program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
We think it's the banning of
We are anonymous. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch jerk man will set you straight with some good all true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Ah, yes! Finally kicked those fuckers off the air.
It's about goddamn time. I got sick of those fucks.
Yeah, that GJ Jerkman and Maxwell Silverhammer with all their goddamn anti-corporate
You know what?
talk.
I'm just be happy. We're gonna go celebrate right now. I think we should go do some golf and butt fuck one another.
Oh, that's the greatest. I'm ready. Hold on. Go get in the car here.
Get the hell in the other side. Another side. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, this is a great day.
I'm gonna start it up now. You ready?
These bastards.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bora Bora, here we go.
It's the STIM Radio Show.
Maxwell Silverhammer, GJ Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motor. Do you smell fire? I think somebody lit a cigarette. No, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9, cause the STEM radio family ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call HQ. Hey, Winfrey, you're a musical genius, man. They can't paint it like a face is. But if the content is making you sick, take some Dayquil. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that irks me.
Time for the STIM Radio Show with the bald guy behind the mic has something to bitch about every damn day. Maxwell Silverhammer.
You're goddamn right. There's always something pissing me off somewhere. Well, yes, it's Thursday night, you know, and
what it is.
You guys just heard the Block Report with Clarence and his co-host. That was a great show, man.
Good fucking show. I really like it.
Sitting back there checking
I'll be
it
right
out.
back. I gotta go pee.
Oh, okay. It was funny, though, man, because I walk in here. Well, actually, I don't walk in here. I pull up, and I guess there was a lot of noise, and the mics are picking up a lot of shit. So my bus is parked right there. So Hamster comes to the door, and I'm pulling on it, and she's like pulling it back, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And she's trying to say something to me through the door, like by whispering, but of course I can't hear shit. So I'm like, what's going on? And then I figure, well, we'll wait till the bus drives away. And so yeah, she's holding on to the door, like, you know how kids are. Kids will do that shit sometimes when they don't want you to come in. So finally, I get the door, but she's like, you got to be quiet. It's picking up. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's but it was just kind of funny. It was a funny miscommunication because, it was all visual. Like maybe if, and actually I think visual communication can be misconstrued in a lot of cases.
Actually, with that, she did say it loud enough, you just couldn't hear it over the bus and the airplane going by.
Well, yeah, with all the fucking noise that was going on, and she was like, and she was trying to be quiet, and it was just like you said, there was too much noise. But I guess, maybe vision would have helped me out in that particular case.
No, it wouldn't have mattered.
But visual is such, it seems like visual communication isn't as accurate to me, at least.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people could see you do something and assume, well, hell, I've heard stories of, deaf people getting shot because gang members think they're throwing up the gang sign or some crazy shit,
Well, that's like Clarence was mouthing and moving his hands, telling me he wanted to ask me a question. I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. I go, what? What?
Oh, yeah, so there you go. It's like, unless they come out and just say some shit. And actually, this is a very good segue. This is why I hate when people can't, when you can't communicate with somebody. Like, if you get somebody who doesn't speak English, or if they're, hard. Well, like today, I called this woman on the phone. They want me to start calling new people and, that are on our program just to make sure that they're, getting what they want and that they like the program and everything.
If they need any help with it or whatever else.
Right, exactly. So that's the thing that I was doing. I was calling these people. Well, I get this lady on the phone, and I think she must have had a stroke or something.
Yeah.
But she's like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm calling to ask you about your program, and she was just like, and I'm just like, and I asked her the first question, and she's just like, I have it. And I'm like, huh? And eventually I gave up. I said, I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot understand you. I'm going to have to do something else. I'm sorry. And I hung up. Which, okay, may not have been the most professional, but when you can't fucking communicate,
that's when you ask them if there's somebody else there that you can talk to, because you're having a hard time hearing her is what you say.
Yeah.
I can't really hear you. Do you have somebody else there who can talk to me that I'll be able to hear?
Yeah, see, and I always feel bad doing that because it's almost like people try to do that with me.
Just
when
tell
I don't
them
need
that you're slightly hard of hearing and you're having a hard time hearing her.
Oh,
Then you don't hurt their feelings or anything.
That's true. I could put it on myself.
Yes.
Like, I'm partially deaf or some weird shit like that, because, I could not fucking understand her and I had to give up. I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't do this. This is not, all the rest of the people I called were cool, but, it was just that one particular one. I just could not understand her at all.
Yeah, it's because when you have a stroke, part of your body's paralyzed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. Different things are affected.
Yeah.
And your
and
speech.
One of the major ones is speech.
Oh, yeah. Your speech and all kinds of other things. But, that's, it's tough, man, when you get somebody that, most people, though, that are really hard to understand, I can kind of understand them. But in this case, I could not. I was like, I can't fucking understand a word you're saying.
It'd suck if you're trying to talk to a deaf person.
Oh, I've had situations where defos will come up.
Defos?
Yeah,
that's what you call them.
Defos, and defos will come up to me. There was one time I remember I was probably about 11, and I was at a public swimming pool, and this deaf kid swims up to me, grabs onto my arm, and he's going, hey, and I'm going, I can't understand. I'm sorry. And he's just like doing his deaf thing. And I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I can't understand you. And he's, and I'm just like, dude, I can't fucking understand you. So eventually I just kind of swam away, but, and then sometimes some deaf people will come up and try, I don't know what, they understand that I'm blind, but then they still want to try to engage me. So they'll come up and be like, pay, and I'm just like, dude, I can't fucking understand your defotics, man. You're trying to talk to me. I'm blind. I don't see, motherfucker. So any little tapping and touching is, I don't know what the fuck you mean. So, and it's kind of like the, here's the other thing. I don't know if you know.
Believe me, it's not any easier if you can see. If you don't know sign language, you don't understand them.
Well, that's it. And did you ever pick? Well, actually, two things with ITN. Have you ever had somebody on ITN that you couldn't understand that was nonverbal?
No.
No, everybody was pretty good, though.
I find different ways to communicate with people.
Oh, okay.
I've worked a lot of jobs where most people do not speak English, and I have no clue what the hell they're saying, so I point to pictures.
See? And like that, I'm totally lost at that. Actually, there was one time I went to this deaf and hard of hearing. Well, because, we get a lot of calls, and even at health fairs, people come up to us and say, well, what do you have for the hearing impaired? And of course, our program is kind of anti-hearing impaired. You know what I mean?
You don't have anything visual?
Not really, no. It's all audio stuff.
Oh, yeah. So then you wouldn't, yeah.
Mainly for people with disabilities where they can't read print.
Yeah.
So, if they can't hold a book or they can't see the print. So, obviously, there's really nothing for the hearing impaired. And people will always ask me, well, what do you have for the hearing impaired? So, for a long time, I would just kind of be like, oh, well, we really don't have anything. Sorry, we wouldn't be the ones to talk to. Well, then I met this lady who actually runs the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Advocacy and Learning Center, or whatever it's called. I can't remember the full name. But anyway, I met her and I said, hey, I need your card so I can start referring people to you. And so, she gave me the card and everything. And I guess at one point we were talking. I don't remember if I called her or she emailed me or something. And she told me they were having a grand opening for their new location. So I said, oh, you mind if I come to the open house? And she's like, oh, no, absolutely not. You should. So I was like, yeah, I want to see what you guys have available, you know, it's just so I can tell people, you know, when I'm pointing them in the right direction. Well, I went to this thing, and almost everybody there was deaf. So, did you ever see the movie Quest of Fire?
No, when did that come out?
It's an old movie. It's like from early 80s, maybe late 70s.
I wasn't born until like mid 80s.
But sometimes people, you know,
I know, I've seen movies older.
watch old movies or listen to old
I like
music.
black and white movies.
Yeah, so sometimes you might check out an old movie or something like that, but you know, you never know. So I didn't want to put it on their age and be like, "Oh, you wouldn't know this movie," you know. So, but basically, it was about cavemen, and you know, of course, there's no communication in the movie because you know that's cavemen, so they're all making sounds. So that's how I felt. I felt like I was in the movie Quest of Fire because I'm there, you know, and all these guys around me are deaf, and they're making sounds and doing shit, and you know, and I'm going, "Holy fuck." They probably think I'm as fucked up as they are. You know what I'm saying?
Well, did they understand that you were blind?
Yeah, they did. They did. But that's the point, though. I mean, I'm looking at them like, God, these people are fucked up. You know, like that's going through my mind. So I can imagine what's got to be going through their mind. Like that motherfucker's really fucked.
We can sit here and talk about him. He doesn't even know what the fuck we're saying.
Yeah, exactly. They could have been totally talking shit about me, and I had no clue. So and as a matter of fact, the lady who I knew asked me. She said, "Yeah, one of the guys asked if you were blind deaf," and I was like, "No." I was like, "That's funny," but and then there were a few people who were able to communicate enough, but most people were deafos, and it was all sound. They were making sounds, and like even sometimes they would while they were eating, they were making weird noises. Like the guy would be munching and be,
Well, you gotta understand they don't. I mean,
I know.
They can't hear what it sounds like.
I know why, but I'm just saying it's so.
Hey, I've heard you eat. You would fit right in with that.
I know. I'm not that bad. I don't. You've seen me eat.
I've seen you eat, and I've heard you eat. I have a big problem with noises when people eat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I don't even. I never listen to myself eat. But
you're very loud.
Am I?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because remember New Year's? I was standing by your sliding glass door. You were in your kitchen, and you were eating the chicken from the night before.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. You're dropping it all over the counter. I think you got a piece on the floor, and you're making all kinds of noise while you're eating it. I was like, I got to go outside. I can't handle this. When we ate like that, my mom smacked us in the face with a spoon.
Well, I know I was probably messy, no doubt, but I didn't realize I was making sounds.
Yeah, it make a lot of noise.
That's funny. So, I just happened to notice that. I was like, oh, fuck, these motherfuckers are making all kinds of weird noises. But, too, I know you noticed this, like when you went to the group homes, you ever notice like you had the nonverbal tards and then you had these people that could not speak English? And I'm like, well, why are these people working? And then I realize, here's the deal. They have a nonverbal language that they all have. So basically it doesn't matter if they can't speak English because neither can the tards understand them. So it's all, sounds and fucking, physical gestures and all that other weird shit. So they're able to do that effectively. Cause I always tripped out like, damn, how could you cause I've had some paratransit drivers that don't fucking speak very good English, and I'm thinking, well, you're working with a disabled dude. You better, you got to learn some English here. You can't just, sit there and think that, everybody's going to understand you. So, basically, but I think with the tards and the non-English speaking, they have a it's like a hybrid form of communication that they've created, that they can speak together, with just physical gestures and stuff like that. And they're just, they're making sounds. You got the non-English speaking people that, no, I, and then you got the tards going, yeah, and shit. I mean, to a blinky like me, that's got to sound pretty fucked up. But this is how they all communicate together. This is how they coexist. So, yeah, there's like this non-verbal verbalization that they have. And so, it's great. I mean, I guess, it works. But I always tripped out, because they'd have like these, these Filipino caretakers that can barely fucking speak English. And then you got these, nonverbal tards that can't speak either. So, I'm like, well, how the fuck does anybody get any, how do you get any points across here? How does anything get done? But apparently, it's done through the use of this hybrid nonverbal verbalization. So that's kind of what they do. And it's I guess it's interesting. I mean, it's something that I can't under fucking stand, but hey.
I've had to deal with people who don't speak English and people who can't actually talk, and it's actually not that hard to communicate with them.
When you can see.
No, it has nothing to do with seeing. It's listening.
Listening to what?
The sounds
Noises?
that they're making.
Well, yeah, but a sound could be. I remember one time I went.
Because they're trying to form words, and I mean, honestly, you pick something that sounds similar to it, somewhat similar, and you just ask them, and if they, give you like the yeah, then that's the right one.
I mean, those are very simple communications, though. But like, I remember one time I went and I think I may have told the story on the air one time, but I applied for a this is years ago, for a job at one of these like Dansville Services or one of those places. And what they did is they brought in a guy who I guess had severe cerebral palsy, who could barely speak. Well, he couldn't speak. He just made sounds. And what they did is I guess they wanted to see how I reacted around him. And so they had a bunch of questions. And so the woman would say, okay, he's got to point at one of the questions, and then I'll ask you what the question is. And, so I said, okay. So he points at a question, and she goes, okay, the question is, how do you, what's your experience with people with disabilities? So then I said, well,
what does it mean? I eat peanut butter sandwich.
Actually, no, it wasn't like that.
You ate a peanut butter sandwich? Me
I
too.
eat peanut butter sandwich.
See, look, you know what? I think, Humvee, you just are fluent in retard.
I think it's got to
Maybe that's how she's communicating with you right now.
Yeah, notice how she dates you.
Hey, we have very intelligent conversations.
Yes,
Sometimes
we do.
I can't understand them, but that's a different topic.
That's just Jerkman. But like we said, he's a little bit retarded.
Wow.
No, but here's what happened. So he points at the question. I gave the answer, and when I did, he went, "Ah!" And I went, oh shit. And then she goes, oh, he's very happy with your answer.
Yeah, usually when they do that, they get really excited, and that's them letting you know that, yes, you got it right, and he liked what you said.
I didn't fucking know that, though. That sounded like he was being...
Have you never been around people who have mental retardation?
Oh, yeah, of course I have, but...
you actually took the time to
He looks in the mirror
them?
every night.
Oh, he does?
And I come here and hang out with Jerkman for 2 hours a night. So, yeah, I'm very fluent. But, no, it's the thing is, like, yeah, when they do that, I don't fucking... It scares the shit out of me. So, I'm like, oh...
I don't know. Maybe it's because when I went to school, we actually had classes with people that had disabilities of some sort, and they weren't separated like they were when I was in like elementary school and junior high.
Oh,
because
you know
in high
what?
school we had them in the same classes as us because you know what? There was no reason to keep them out of the classes. They were doing the same shit we were.
Well, and you're right. When I
used to beat up people for picking on the retards and stuff.
Well, when I was in school, I beat up people for picking on the goddamn fucking
That's not
tards.
fair.
so, no, you know what? They did separate. Now, like, we were in the mainstream classes, but they were pretty much in a room all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a special room that they were in, that they could tart out and, like, roll on the balls and, do all
How
kinds of...
do you know they rolled on balls and stuff?
Oh, because I've been in the rooms. I've been around retards. Trust me. I just... It's difficult for me to communicate with them because they don't... Like, the verbal ones are okay, but it's the nonverbal ones that I'm like, oh, shit. Especially... What the hell? Speaking of retards, what are you doing over there?
He's being a retard. He throws like a girl.
She wanted the chapstick, so I threw it at the mic so it would bounce off of
See,
it.
you guys are throwing
and you'd be
shit.
like, there's retards here, I told you.
Did you plan it that way, Jerkman?
Yeah, I tried to throw it at the mic, and I actually hit the damn thing. But I didn't count on it hitting the bell, though.
I was going to say, it hit the bell and
Pretty
went, ding. So... But yeah, I just usually, to be honest with you, I kind of avoided the nonverbals. With the ones that were more verbal, obviously, I would talk to and converse with. But
well, yeah, because you could hear him.
Right, exactly. But nonverbal people, it's like I really can't. I mean, what am I going to say to them? There isn't much I can say. Matter of fact, the camp I used to go to for a while, they made the mistake of putting deaf people with us. So we had blindos and defos all at the same fucking
That would've
gym.
been funny.
And it kind of was, but there were a lot of fights and stuff like that, because obviously people couldn't understand the other person. And matter of fact, Renaissance got into it with a fucking defo one time. And I don't know what this dude like threw soap at him or some shit. And he ran over and he threw the guy against the wall. And the guy's like, I'm sorry. That he's scared. But, most nonverbal stuff, it's like, what are you saying, dude? And then when they just bust out screaming, you're like, I react, because it's a sharp sound to the ear. So it's kind of like, when I'm on paratransit and there was one time where there was a guy behind. I didn't know he was behind me. And I'm totally in the zone and thinking about whatever the fuck I'm thinking about. And all of a sudden I hear him go, "Ah!" And he bangs his head against the window or something. And I'm just like, like that freaked me the fuck out. I'm always afraid because I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. Because you think too, physical safety. I can't see him throwing a punch,
Well, also, if they're known to cause harm or anything like that, they're supposed to have a PCA with them just because there's somebody there to calm them down or restrain them. Actually,
paratransit, they didn't. They're supposed to. You're right. But I know my friend, this other friend of mine, he's blind too. He said that I guess this guy got mad at him because he took his seat or something, and the dude starts punching him.
Oh, hell no.
And so finally, the driver moved him. This is, you remember the vans that you guys used to have?
Yeah.
Because RTC used to have those too.
Yeah, no, we got ours from them.
So he moved the guy to the jump seat, the retarded dude to the jump seat, and the guy reaches back and starts hitting him in the leg. And then later, the driver, when they let the guy off, the driver said, "Man, that guy, I'm surprised he hasn't been kicked off the service. He's the one that beat up a driver, actually."
Oh, wow. He should have been removed or put with a PCA, and if he can't be managed or handled, he's supposed to be taken off, and they have to figure out their own way for him.
Part blinky, part retard, or
no? He was just straight up retard.
Oh.
My buddy was a blinky. That's the one that he.
Okay, so there's where the confusion came in. One was blinky, one was a retard.
Well, yeah, but still, it's hard.
That's
mentally challenged.
No, we had people we used to pick up from Opportunity Village.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they were fine.
No, not all of them were. We had this girl that we'd picked up, and actually one of the drivers had to go get her because she turned around somehow in her seat and dug her nails into another person's face.
Ooh,
wow.
Shit.
Yeah.
See,
and they could not get her off of him. And the people in, because it's the, what the hell is it? I don't remember which one it is, but it's the one on Sunset Way and Cactus.
Oh, the Friendship Circle one? I think?
It's called something else, but I don't remember what it is. But they had to go get her. One of the other drivers that she liked had to go get her, and they had to have one of the girls that she normally rode with because he had picked her up earlier because she had somewhere to go. So one of the riders that they pick up from one of the Opportunity Villages was there, and the driver, and they had to, calm her down and coax her out of the van and to get her off of him.
Wow. And no, you don't know what set her off at all?
Just the smallest thing set her off.
That's it. See, that's what I'm afraid of because I can't see that.
Well, see, and the thing is she has a lot of disabilities. Her head she's an adult, but her head's the size of a small child.
Oh, so the brain didn't.
It's compressed and the brain didn't develop or anything like that. So she honestly does not understand what's going on. She knows that she's been bad. She'll tell you, I've been bad. But the mentality level is like a 2-year-old.
But you've told me that before. I've been a bad.
Yeah, but you like it.
I did not tell you that. You're the one who tells me that I am.
Yeah, well, that's what's so... But for me, obviously, I wouldn't be able to react till it's too late. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I got a tart on me, and I'm like, whoa! I've never had that problem, but I'm always afraid that, oh shit, I do one thing, I move my arm the wrong way or something, and they
well, see, and me as a driver, when I drove, I constantly looked in my rearview mirror to make sure nothing was going on because I didn't know how people were going to react to other people because we had a few that were kind of antsy around new people that they didn't know. So, of course, we didn't always pick up the same people at the same time.
Right.
And if, you deterred from their normal routine, they kind of freaked out a little bit. So we'd have to keep an eye on them. Maybe that's because we did ours differently.
Oh, trust me, if I was getting beat up by a tard, you'd hear me.
Oh, no, I would see it. Don't worry.
You know, you would hear noise before you saw anything. Because I would make some kind of noise, or I would say something, or some shit. So, you know, I will let it be known. Yeah, the only problem I did have was one time my ex made me some spaghetti meatballs, and I came on the bus, and the driver asked me what I had. He was like, "Oh, you got your lunch, huh?" This is on paratransit. And I said, "Oh, yeah, I got spaghetti meatballs." And this retarded girl's like, "I love spaghetti meatballs." And then she was like trying to take it from me. I was like, hey. And like the whole ride, she kept trying to grab my food. And I'm just like, shit. She even made a grab for me as I was walking out the door.
You just wanted to grab your junk.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
That's what you were so upset about.
I want the tard to grab my junk. That's it. We'll be right back, bitches.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like.
Sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the pay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil. I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck in your core like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money. You can talk to me, you can talk to me. We got what you need, or you can join the team. Build yourself and build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear the things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund, we have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you'll be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
We are anonymous. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch Jerk Man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Back to the STIM Radio Show, where the man behind the board uses his semen for his own personal seasoning on his chicken, Maxwell Silverhammer.
That's funny. You said the man behind the board. I guess
I said the man behind the mic.
Nope, you said board.
Well,
you did say board.
No, it's right. I do give it to you for your personal chicken.
No, you said the man behind the board uses his semen on his
maybe I
chicken.
Did. Who knows?
We'll play the archive
because
back.
I'm sitting here trying to get her to do it, and she refuses to.
That's hilarious. You clowned yourself right there.
Hey, that's good. That's good. I'm happy I did
so,
that.
now, I never knew you liked your own semen on your chicken.
Little old man.
Wow,
hey, it's a long day.
Legs.
They call that
cricket legs.
Is that why they call it jerk chicken?
Wow, that was good. Almost.
Like
that was almost good.
That was
yeah, almost.
Well,
jerk
that shit was
chicken
funny.
is actually good.
I know. I like jerk chicken.
Of course you do.
Like you said, he gives you the seasoning for your chicken.
No, he said, but man behind the board uses his semen on his chicken.
Ah, well.
Anyway, well, hey, some happy news to report, man.
What? Wait a minute.
You.
Me?
Yeah, you. If we forgot to talk about it last night, man.
I'm trying to think of what the happy news
What
was.
happened to you yesterday?
Oh, driver's license.
You've got it back.
Got it back, yes.
Hell yeah, after those fuckers took it?
Yeah, it's amazing because I can get into this story real quick.
All right.
Let me tell people out there that lose their license for whatever reason, whether it be they fuck you up during child support and are not supposed to take it like they did me, or other people, do not. I repeat myself, do not go out when your license is suspended or whatever and get yourself a legal ID. The reason is because once you do that, you've eliminated getting your license back. You have to start all over again. Once you do that, you've pretty much said, I don't want a license anymore. Everything I've ever done with my license before this, scratch it all away. You have to go take your driver's test. You have to go through the whole thing just
Yep,
from
you have
start.
to get the permit. You have
Yeah.
to
Damn.
take the stupid test to even get the permit. Then you have to take the actual driving test.
So like you're a 16-year-old again?
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
Wow. God damn. So, yeah, if they take your
And
driver's
it
license...
costs 10 times more because you surrendered your driver's license for an ID.
So what would happen, let's say something happened to you, in the interim while you had no driver's license and you had no ID, then you were just a John Doe?
No, you still have
No.
the identification. Your driver's license is no longer good as a driver's license.
Oh, but it can still be used as an ID.
It's a picture ID as long as it's not expired.
Oh, okay. All
You're
right.
just not allowed to drive because it's suspended. But in a way, it does void out your driver's license. But as long as you don't turn it in, it still says that it's legitimate ID.
Oh, so that's the other thing. So hold on to it when it's suspended then.
Yes, do not turn it back in.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. That's good to know.
Because then you are required, if you have to do anything that they need to see some sort of identification, because they require a picture ID for most things.
Right.
Just keep your driver's license even if it's been suspended. As long as the expiration date on it is good, then it's not a problem.
Oh, okay. So if the expiration date's off, then there is a
Technically, it's
problem.
not a valid form of ID anymore.
Shit. Well, that would be tough too. If you had, thank God you were within the expiration date, because if you were out of it, then that thing would have been useless, right?
Didn't yours expire though?
Did it?
No. Well, yeah. What happened is in the meantime of being suspended, it actually expired. So I had to. It was a double whammy.
Yeah, he had to pay for the suspension and the expiration.
God damn.
But still, if you go and get the ID, even though it's expired, you will screw yourself completely.
So, meanwhile, go for the driver's license, I guess, is what you got to do.
Yeah, just go back and get it.
Just go back and get your license. If you have to wait that time, just wait it out. Don't get the stupid goddamn ID, because once you do that, you fucked yourself. Literally fucked yourself. And they even told me that there. She said you would have screwed yourself out of this.
Well, what the lady did tell you, though, which was interesting, is if, like in a child support case where they take your driver's license, you can get a, what did she call it, a temporary?
Courtesy license.
Courtesy
temporary license to drive only back and forth to work.
You can actually get those as a teenager too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So there is hope. A lot of people will be like, well, how the fuck am I going to get to work?
Unless it's completely banned by the courts, that you are not to have any form of a driver's license, whether it's courtesy or not. But it would have to say that. That would be under the lines of the stipulation.
So like I guess if you had a DUI, that would be my guess.
They would not give you a courtesy.
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't give you a courtesy under a DUI circumstance.
No, they would not.
But if it was something like you said, child support, why did they take your driver's license?
They took it because I was disabled at the time.
Okay.
What happened
But
was...
how many disabled people drive, though?
But remember what I told you. What happened is that they put me on for a year temporary disability. Well, the courts, when I went into the courts, they told me that they accepted that from the doctor. Well, the DA got pissed off. They didn't want me to have that. So they actually went ahead and made sure that the judges didn't actually specify at the time, which they wanted it to say, that I no longer had to pay on top of that. They told me they accepted the temporary year disability, but they didn't put in the paperwork that I didn't have to make payments at that time. So the DA pushed on, well, they didn't say that and specify that, so you have to keep making payments.
So you were on disability, supposedly.
Yeah.
But yet at the same time...
That's why, remember, I never took the disability down, or I would have had this issue taken care of a long time ago.
Right.
But remember, I did take that time down. Remember, I was teaching Kelsey and everybody to come in and do this stuff.
Right.
And then they called me up and said, hey, look, they took my license away, and they said, if you don't keep paying, we will take you to fucking jail, bottom line. So I okay, I can't do this, so I have to work. So I stayed behind the board and helm of all talk.
So that's what happened.
So for a year, I was unable to get any insurance. I was unable to do anything. I just kind of sat there in limbo.
Wow. So they just like put somebody's life on pause.
Yeah, they don't fucking care.
It involved money. Of course, it doesn't matter.
But I mean, you were paying though. That's the thing. It's like.
But that's it. At that point on disability, I was not supposed to be paying.
But you don't make enough.
Yeah, but the judge did not specify that. It didn't say in the paperwork, and he doesn't have to pay from this point to this point. So they told me I had to continue to keep paying unless the judge, and what I had to do, if I wanted to get that put in, I had to ask for another hearing, which could have taken up to 6 months.
How fucking incompetent.
No, it's not incompetence. That's what they do because they didn't want it being the way it was. They wanted me to actually have to go work. They called me. I remember when they called me and they're like, "You're late on your payments." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I said, I brought in the paperwork for the disability. They said, "Oh yeah, and by the way, we want another doctor to sign it." The one that signed it, something about they couldn't let that doctor sign it or something fucked up like that. I said, "Well, it's from UMC. It's from the elite clinic. One of your fucking governmental buildings. I don't understand why they're not good. Well, we want another doctor signing this." So they wouldn't even accept that. So I had to go back to the doctor again, pay the doctor to have them re-sign the damn thing again for me. They just made me jump through tons of fucking hoops. That's all they had me doing the whole time.
So it was calculated, basically.
Yeah, she was pissed. Bottom line, I've never even seen this bitch. Never once have I seen her. I've went down there a million times and asked to see her. You get the people up in the fucking front that they call her on the other end. "Oh, well, Mr. Guardian is here, blah, 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 blah." Right. I said, "Well, I'd like to make an appointment." "Well, we're talking to her now for you." No, I don't even know what this fucking person looks like. She's my goddamn caseworker. I don't even know what the fuck she looks like. And for her being my caseworker, why is she bucking me against me? Makes no sense to me.
Wow. Sounds like just a whole ass ram of
They don't give a
bullshit.
shit. That's what it is. They really don't fucking care.
Wow. Sounds like, well, like same thing with Social Security. They're stupid, but on top of it, they're assholes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like giving a retard a 12 gauge. I mean, they're just causing a lot of trouble, really.
Whoops. Sorry
What
about
was
that.
that?
It was just a thing started up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was weird. So, man, what an ass ram. And so, yeah, you're pretty much, but how counterproductive. See, that's why I say this is incompetence, because if they want
But it's not incompetence. They do this because that's what they want to do.
But if they want you to pay, why are they taking away your means of getting paid? Now you can't get to work.
I don't. Well,
Because they wanted him ultimately to be put in jail. That's what it was.
That's what the whole bottom line is.
So to have you sent to jail. So
well, yeah, because there's cash.
Well, and not only that, he loses everything. And they can keep him there because he's got no way to pay.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that just seems they're keeping you in jail, which means they got to feed you. They got
No,
they don't.
Not
They
no
don't.
more. The government doesn't run the jails any longer. They're corporate owned.
Okay.
The corporations make money from this. So people being locked up, they make money from. But they have you do the work there. They have you do all kinds of shit. They make money from the people that are locked up. Why do you think there's more prisons built nowadays than there are schools, churches, any fucking thing else?
Well, how do they feed you? How do they do, all that shit?
Yeah, it's taxpayer money. They still get tax dollars for this, but it's a corporation that owns these.
So they get paid per person that's put in.
Yeah,
by the
pretty much.
system.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I've heard of that, but it's just wow. So it's a business, I guess.
It is. It's exactly what it is. It's a fucking business.
Man. So yeah, because I know usually the taxpayers are like, we don't want to have to pay to keep that motherfucker in there. That's usually the thing, because then they got to pay more money. So they're just making money. The government and the corporations are
the whole thing. Yeah, that's how they. Well, it's the same goddamn thing with anything else. When you get like anything that's going on nowadays, really. I mean, you have the corporations and the government together with Monsanto. How would you think? How would these people be making money? Well, they're selling fucking poison to people.
Right.
They protect their asses. One washes the other. Bottom line.
Yeah, they help the government helps them.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Wow.
Now the government gives them subsidies just like they do Walmart. Walmart gets billions of dollars worth of subsidies. A fucking huge corporation that brings in billions of dollars, yet they get tax subsidies so they can continue to do this shit. They don't need any fucking tax breaks.
Wow.
But yet the little guy, we get it rammed up our fucking ass, and then that's even without any fucking KY. They want to see it, when they pull it back out, bleed a little bit.
Want to see it just...
I figured you'd like that
I like
analogy.
that, man. See it gush like a busted sprinkler?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I knew you'd add your extra in there.
Yeah, it's good. That's how you got to do it, man. What a fucking what an ass ram. What can I say? That's the government for you. It's one of those things now where you're just like, well, what do? You ran about it? No, it's just kind of the way shit is. It's the way they've got it, and we obviously got it figured out.
Yep.
So that's what it is. So the other thing I was going to talk about here, kind of, sort of. Well, I never come with anything to talk about per se, but
you're going to talk about per se?
Per se,
Who's
yeah,
that?
per se. Well, it's this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just fucking around. No, actually, it's kind of funny though, because when we're talking about incompetence and stuff like that, you got all these places, where the left hand doesn't know what the fucking right hand is doing. Like we have a luncheon tomorrow we're supposed to go to. I just found out today I had to call someone because someone gave me a totally different location for the luncheon and time and all this other shit. So I'm like, how do these people, or there was another organization I called today just for something else. And remember when I was telling May about the computer program, the technology loan program that they have or whatever.
Right.
And so I called this organization up, and they're like, "We don't do that." And I said, "Well, it says so on your website." And they're like, "No, that's not something we do. I mean, you can call our corporate office." And I'm like, "Oh, great, okay." So I call their corporate office. They know nothing, but it's just funny how people are just so willing to give bad information.
Right.
Like I like to misinform. It's only my job to make sure I give the right information, but of course, all I do is misinform. I like to give people the wrong shit. Because that's what they do. They love it.
Well, keep in mind, anything, and this is where people, they one time used to think that this is the way things ran. You say the incompetence. No, they want the incompetence. Incompetence makes them cash. Bottom line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a cash cow, no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, that's when they put out credit cards. The biggest thing they do for the credit card is they hope you don't pay them back.
Right, so then they can send you to fucking
collections. Well, no, it's because you will always try to keep paying them back. You will pay. You're never, ever going to pay them back. They know this for the most part.
Right.
So they collect more money in the long run because of your ability to do that, that they want to give credit cards to people like that. The people are like, well, I got it because I got really good credit. They like that. They don't give a shit. You don't have to have the greatest credit. They will probably give you a credit card just because they want you to fuck up. Their percentage comes from late dues most of the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no question. So because they keep billing you. But no, I'm just talking about when you call and it might even just be going into a store and somebody just gives you the wrong information or tells you the shit that's off. Well, you got the wrong information.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until yesterday with your license that you were told by somebody who actually, knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, they told me that I had to go in and take the driver's test again. And, when it all comes down to, it's like your rides, even with RTC.
Oh, yeah.
You can call in, oh, we can't pick you up until butt-fucked Egypt time. And then you call back again to somebody else, oh, we can get you at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how the fuck did that work?
Yeah, how was one able to get me a great ride and one gives me a real shitty one? So is it just, that one is just misinformed or,
right?
But I guess like you said, they like this incompetent, but to me, it's the spend $5 to save $1 mentality because, you're going to lose business, in the process because you're fucking incompetent.
But they don't care. Then you get tax exemptions, tax write-offs, tax this, tax that. So they don't care. It's not like it's a small mom and pop business. It's not like it's a small business like this that we got to give a shit. We can't lose one or two.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't fucking care.
Wow.
To them, they can lose, whatever, because they'll just get it subsidized one other way or another. Or sometimes it's like there used to be people before that would actually not rent their houses out. They'd rather let their house set. They made more money that way than renting the house out.
And how's that though?
Because the government would have to give them money back for all as long as it sat there. So they have other houses that were being rented, and the ones that weren't, they could get their money back. So when the tax time came around, they would actually get more back than it would be if they had full occupancy at every damn place.
So they don't have to pay property tax?
Yeah, there's certain things that they don't have to do that they get breaks on.
Wow. So if you have a vacant house that you own, you don't have to pay property tax.
Yeah, you can get it for, I forget what it was called right now, but actually from it setting there, and nobody being in it, you make sometimes more money than renting it out.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, this is the shit I love about the show, man.
Yeah.
I learn all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly right now what the name of it was, but yeah, we used to have a couple people I knew that owned homes and stuff like that, and they'd be like, hey, you know, it doesn't matter to me whether I rent it out or not because I make more when it doesn't. Nobody's renting it.
Well, and in my case, you know, I don't have a mortgage. So
Right.
if, you know, I decide I want to move in with a chick or something like that, and I just keep the house here, you know, shit, I'll just, you know, I'll get money back because I'm not living there. So, you know, it's not like I got to pay a mortgage. So
Right.
I think the reason to have tenants in there is so you pay them, you know, because obviously you need something to pay your mortgage with.
Yeah.
So, you know, you just charge them the rent, whichever your mortgage is. You know, your mortgage is $850. That's what the rent is, you know.
Didn't we have a girl here a little bit ago?
We did. I don't know where
she was
go.
talking.
Talking about mortgages and rents, I'm good.
Oh, there she is.
Ah.
She's still with us.
Yeah. Well, you're still pretty savvy at
Penis,
shit.
does that help?
Yeah, you want to talk about penises and fucking...
Oh, look at that. She's smiling now. Yeah.
I like penis.
Well, great. Good for you. No, I don't know. It's just the you know,
great. Good for you.
It's that, you know, that the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing shit. It's just like, you know.
But a lot of times it's meant to be that way.
So it's that's how it is.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. Wow. I mean, for me... But see, I'm thinking from a mom and pop business mindset.
But
I
see,
guess.
that's it. You are. Because think about this. A mom and pop has to keep control over it. They need to know what's because one screw up, they lose a lot.
Yeah.
Now, places like that, those screw ups bring them cash.
Wow.
Because think about this. Okay, you have 5 people that Jaquisha just called up, you know, or they called her, and they're like, oh, well, you know, I can't cut you a break on that. You know, now she doesn't know whether she can or not, but she's just spewing out her fucking mouth.
Right.
I can't. So there will be, out of those 5 people, maybe 3 people that will say, oh, and they'll try to fight it, but she'll keep that attitude and they'll give up. Now they'll pay that, but they didn't have to.
Ah, I see.
So right there, they made fucking 3 payments that they wouldn't had to have if she would have known the real rules and stuck by them.
Well, and that's like in the case of the thing with the driver's license, where because you got to pay to take the driver test, right?
Yeah, it would have cost me additional almost $200.
So you would have paid that on top of
right.
whatever.
So if I would have at that time fell onto the one that stood by something they didn't know to be fucking factual, and I couldn't have proven it, I would have paid $200 and had to take in a test. They would have made $200 fucking dollars for me for absolutely nothing that didn't need to be done.
Wow.
So see where the incompetence kicks in as a payback?
So that's the incompetence that
That's
I was
it.
talking about. Wow. Well, on that note, bitches, we'll be right back.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the pay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil. I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live. It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck. In your core like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution. More income and less confusion. What you gonna do? Where you gonna go? Who you gonna talk to get the info? And get money. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. We got what you need. You can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund, we have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerkman. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
We think it's the banning of
We
speech
are
First Amendment protected
anonymous.
material.
And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch jerk man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Back to the STIM radio show. The man behind the mic has nothing to do but play with his penis. He's doing it right now, actually. Maxwell Silverhammer.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back, bitches. So, okay, now Clarence's show stimulated a little something.
It did?
Yeah, you guys were talking about, illegitimacy, and I know that's a big, major topic for him.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, you guys were talking about the deadbeat moms and the deadbeat dads and all this type of stuff like that. But here's my theory on shit, and this is why there's so many now. I think that people don't choose too well when they're going to have a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just kind of fuck people now. Like, oh, you turned me on. Okay, well, let's fuck. But they're not thinking, like, would this person, in fact, be somebody I want to have a kid with? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, no, not if they're out just fucking for the night and not being responsible. No.
Well, there you go. Or just even, I don't know. Okay. Well, here we got two people in the room here. Now, I'm sorry, Humvee, but your baby's daddy sounds like a scrub to the 90 billionth power.
Whoa, Jesus.
Jerkman was...
I'm going to make myself sound horrible right now. Which one?
Okay. Wow. Well, the only one I know of is the one that Jerkman had to deal with, sort of.
Oh, yeah, that one.
On Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And so I think that's the same one that you told me about, right?
Yeah.
So what even attracted you to that dude to make him go, hey, this is the guy I want kids with?
Everybody keeps asking me.
I even said it one time.
I mean, yeah, what?
And I'm not trying to be mean.
I'm trying to figure it out.
I think it was because I was at a very low point in my life, and it was some form of attention, and I did care about him.
Well, it's just interesting to me because, I mean, obviously, and I am going to, hey, for once, I'm going to give you a compliment. You're an intelligent person. And
but every intelligent person makes stupid decisions, and it's whether you learn from them or not.
I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, well, we've all done it. We were just talking about one of my dumb fucking decisions on the way back in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I dig it. I dig it. I see what you're saying there. Although
my track record is horrible.
when you were pregnant, but now you're pregnant with this guy's kid, and what were you thinking then? Were you like, all right? Or were you like, well, fuck, I got the kid. What do I do?
To be honest, I was on birth control.
So it was an accident?
It was, well, they kind of all were.
Most kids on this planet are accidents.
But, I don't see them as accidents.
Right.
They're my babies, and I love them. No, I was on birth control, and they actually gave me the wrong birth control.
Oh, those motherfuckers.
I was supposed to be a low estrogen, and they gave me a regular hormonal one.
Right.
And I produced too much estrogen, and when you give somebody who produces too much estrogen a regular hormonal estrogen pill, you actually cause them to ovulate.
Oh, so they fucked that up.
Yeah, but he's cute, and he's smart, and I love him.
So that's interesting.
He's 2 now.
Well, and so obviously, and no, I don't know, man. I mean, and you, I don't know if you guys.
It wasn't always that way when we were together. We were friends first. I knew him for 7 years, and it wasn't like that before.
Well, I'm going to throw a really hard, fucked up question, but that's just me. So please forgive me. I don't.
That's cool. Go ahead.
You don't believe in abortion, then, right? You weren't even thinking like, damn. Well.
No, I can't say that I don't because I do believe in it. I've actually done it before.
Okay.
And just from my personal experience, I could never do that again.
Okay, so it was just you. Whatever happened to you, it was so bad. You're like, I don't fucking want this shit again.
There was circumstances that it had to be done anyway.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. And I mean, it kind of pissed me off when I did do it.
Okay.
But I mean, it was my choice, and I'm glad I have the choice to make.
Right.
Because there was a girl in there who was 14 years old crying her eyes out because her mom made her get one.
Oh, get the abortion? Oh,
Yes.
wow.
And
Fuck.
there was another girl in there who was, I think she was like 28, and that was like her, I don't know how many 100th abortion. And to her, it was a relief because now she didn't have to worry about worrying a child. And I go, why don't you just wear a fucking condom?
Yeah, see, there we go. That right there, that's a personal responsibility thing with that person because obviously, like you said, she had a bunch of abortions. So she sees that as a form of birth control.
She actually made the comment that she wasn't allowed to go to certain ones, and this was the last one she could go to because they refused to take her because she'd been to him so many times.
Oh,
she was using it as a form of birth control, and that's not how they want it seen as.
No.
Which it's not.
And it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? That's not something, you just go, well, fuck it. I'll just fuck the dude with no protection, go get the abortion later. Because actually some women can die from abortions.
Actually, it's a really good chance you could.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. So you're actually putting your life at risk each time you go have one. So I could see if it, like you said, it was something, it was an accident or you were raped or, some crazy shit like that. But
See, like mine, I was actually on some medication, and to be honest, I don't remember having sex with anybody to get pregnant.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'd been taking the painkillers because I fucked my shoulder up. And I was on a lot of painkillers and different antibiotics because I got sick right after that too. And had no idea because I was still functioning normal. I was having my period and everything normal.
Right.
And I got really sick one day and went, and they told me I was pregnant, and I went to the abortion clinic.
Damn. So things were a little cloudy at that point.
Yeah, I had no idea how it...
Yeah, you knew who the daddy was, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, shit.
I also, around the time, too, I was also given date rape, too, so.
Oh, was that?
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck. That's crazy.
I couldn't remember things for like 2 months. I still have a hard time remembering what went on then.
And this is because you were, some of that was the military stuff, too, right? Some of the medication you were on from that?
The medication I was on was they gave me for my shoulder, they gave me Lortabs, and then I couldn't take them because they weren't doing anything. They were just making me tired, so they gave me Vicodin, which made it worse. Then they tried Percocets and then figured out that I'm allergic to codeine and everything. So
let's try on everything.
They gave me hydrocodone and told me to take that.
Shit.
Which is still the same shit.
Wow. Okay, so in your case, obviously, it wasn't like you were like, oh, I love this guy. This is who I know I want to be with.
No, I don't even remember having sex.
Okay.
That's the problem.
All right. So okay. I dig it. All right. So in that case, I can see. So it does happen occasionally. Now, Jerkman, what did you see in Bentley?
Is that what you call her?
Yeah, that was
called her. Yeah, Black Bentley.
Black Bentley. Like,
it wasn't like that in the beginning with me and her. So it wasn't.
I mean, I don't know. To me, she doesn't seem like the mothering type at all. Like, I never would have pegged her for somebody to be like.
Well, we weren't looking to have kids. I didn't want kids, to be totally honest with you. It happened. She was like the first one, fucked up birth control. Second one, she was supposed to have her tubes tied. They fucked up the order. She was supposed to be after Jaden taken in and had all this shit done. It didn't happen, and next one came out. Bottom line,
Damn.
She was on the patch or whatever it was, and didn't happen.
Okay, so you guys had your, obviously your circumstances. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of people don't discriminate well from what I see. They.
Well, I don't think any of us in this room have at certain points in our time.
Well, I mean, I don't have kids. Do you see me with kids?
Well, I'm just talking about just having in a relationship, whether you have kids or not.
Right.
You know, I think all of us here have made those fuck ups. I mean, you can't, obviously, if you fucking knew every damn time, would you be with them? Hell no.
Right.
So no one would ever have a bad relationship if they knew what the fuck the person was.
I don't know. Like some of those nut bucket chicks, man, I was always strapping up. You know what I'm saying? Just because I knew.
But what would you have done? What would you have done if an accident would have happened? Suppose you had a condom on, it leaked, broke, and you wouldn't have known. You would have got her knocked up.
I would have said, you're getting an abortion.
You would have told her that?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't have to listen to you. She could have had the kid.
Then I would have signed away my parental rights.
Well, but you don't get that choice.
No, you can. You do have that choice to sign away your parental rights.
Yep, you do. That's what you were trying to get Bentley to do, weren't you?
So if the person goes on welfare and they say they don't want you to, you still have the right to do that.
It's your choice. They cannot tell you no. It's your decision because you are the other person, the other party that's considered the parent.
Yeah, it's a two-way street, I believe. So at that point.
Yes, well, because if you as the other parent, because you're listed as a custodial parent when it comes to custody and everything, anything that deals with a child, if you're on that birth certificate or they say you're the father or whatever and they do a paternity test and it says yes, you are, then you are obligated by law because you have not signed over your rights. Once you sign over your rights, you are not obligated to that child or that woman.
Yep, because that's what...
or that man, for
never
that
used to
matter.
be that way.
That's what... No, actually, Shell's dad did that. Did you blame him? But anyway, no, that was... Shell's dad did that. She told me that.
Sasquatch?
Yeah, Sasquatch, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he signed away his parental rights. So, anyway, where was I going with all this? So either I would do this, all right? Now, I would say... I will help you if you will get the abortion, because obviously, hey, I'm responsible for it too, so.
No, the way you phrase it is, if you would like to get an abortion, I will help you. If you do not want to get an abortion,
then I'm signing away my parental rights. Yeah. Well, that's basically what I would do. You're right.
And it's your choice.
Maybe I wouldn't have had the phrasing right. I probably would have said it the old Maxwell way, but you get the gist of where I was going, So, anyway, yeah, that would be my alternative. Basically.
Wow.
So that's what I would do,
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
I mean, well, the thing's not living yet. It's not living.
The thing?
Yeah, the thing's not living yet. It's not living till it pops out of a pussy.
No, that's not true.
I mean, okay, it's living inside you, whatever, but it doesn't have feelings. It's
Yes,
fucking.
it does.
How do you know?
Have you talked to one? Have you talked to a
I mean,
fetus?
how could you not?
I used to talk to mine all the time when I was pregnant.
That's like saying someone in a coma has no feelings. You just go in and smash their skull in.
Well, the thing is not going to make it to fetal stage, it's you hopefully you get rid of it before it gets there. So
get rid of it.
Yeah. Hey, it's an it until it comes here and
actually they're all girls until you hit about 4 months along, and then their
help root it on
reproductive
for him.
organs start to develop, and then you'll know if you have a boy or a girl when you hit 18 weeks.
Is it? Yeah. What's that? Okay. All right. So about 5 or 6 months in. That's when you can tell. 4.5. Okay. So, wow. All right. Yeah, but for me, I don't know. I guess I look at it different. I look at those things differently. Like you guys see them as a life. I'm like, hey, it's a nut and an egg. Until it starts, making sounds and shit.
But it has a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's got a heartbeat, but
that makes it alive.
I don't know. I don't see it that way. I guess I have a different outlook on those kind of things. So it's just what it is.
Hey, each their own.
So, and so anyway, yeah, that's why I've always been very careful, and or at least try to be careful as much as I can. Do what I can. The most reckless I was with Koala, and thank God intervened on that motherfucker.
God,
I think so. Must have been, had to be, because I was coming in her and all kinds of shit. So
okay. So then what if you would have had a baby?
Well, here's the thing.
So right there at that point, you were being reckless. You could have had a kid, or you lucked out and did not.
That was very reckless and stupid, because here was I was going, okay, I'm willing to be a dad because it's her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's bullshit, because obviously that's not me. So I was sort of lying to myself. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So, yeah, that was actually very stupid. And that's why I went and got the fucking vasectomy, because I'm like, never again. If I'm weak enough to let somebody sway me that way, then I need to take precautions and put something in place so it doesn't happen like that. So,
but the whole thing is, like I said, you don't know in a relationship what's going to happen, what way it's going to go. You don't truly know anything like that.
Well, you don't. But I mean, you'd hope it's somebody
and you, like you said, you lucked out. You don't know. You could have had a kid.
Yeah. Well, it's somebody that, like I said, if it was somebody that I was majorly in love with, like in the case of Koala, then yes, I would have stuck around and done.
Okay, so supposing, okay, let's go the other direction with this one. Supposing you would have had the kid.
All right.
Now, you would have said, look, bitch, get the abortion. She said, fuck you. Now, you had the kid. Oh, I'm going to sign off my rights. Well, now you've got a child out there that knows your papa and is going to come back sooner or later and say, you fucking piece of fucking shit. You signed off. There's more to it than you can't sometimes just walk away from something and pretend it doesn't exist, because it's still there.
Yeah, well, you talking about if it was a nut bucket chick?
Yeah, if you had a nut bucket chick or even Koala. Suppose you would have gotten her pregnant.
If it was Koala, I would have stuck around.
Why?
Because I was in love with her.
But yeah, but the whole thing comes down to is you didn't stick around, so that would have obviously ended sooner or later, whether you loved her or not. So
Well-
it would have ended sooner or later. So what do you do at that point? Do you walk away? Okay, suppose you're with her a year or 2 years. Now the kid's already been born. Now do you say, oh, well, you know what? Your mom's nothing but a fucking hoochie horse slut.
No,
so,
at that point, I'm in its life.
well,
you know what I'm saying?
so there you go. So right. So you asked us that question. Now that could have been you.
Right. Oh, sure.
Yeah. So you couldn't have walked away at that point.
At that point, no.
Yeah. So you would have been a dad. So everybody takes that chance and rolls the dice.
Oh yeah. Well, they do. They do. But I think a lot of people do settle, man. I see that.
Well, there are people that settle. Some people don't consider it settling. It just depends on how you look at it.
Yeah. Well, I
mean, you may look at them and say, "Hey, how could you be with that piece of shit?" They're totally fucking happy.
Well, as long as they're, I mean, hey, if they're happy, then guess what? You know, enjoy.
Right.
But, you know, I guess I think that people need to discriminate a little more, you know, when they're, I mean,
but see, that's your opinion. That's you looking in on someone else's relationship. You don't go to bed with them. You're not there with them all the time. So you truly don't know what they go through or what they feel about it. You know, they're going to have their days where they hate the person. Everybody does.
Right.
You know, you have the days where you're going to be like, oh, you're a dumbass. You know,
I got a
shit like that.
question.
What?
Go for it.
Do you discriminate on the relationships you're in?
Yeah, actually I do.
You do?
That's why I have my nut buckets versus my, you know, fuck buddies.
No,
or
I mean
my,
an actual relationship.
Like Kaylee and that.
That was one of those. Well, that was stupid. There was another stupid. That was me trying to fill the void, and that was, you know.
Right. So
you
didn't
then.
What's that? Oh, in that case?
You didn't discriminate. Then.
Not in that one. No, not in that one.
So I guess we all got our times that we just.
Oh, we
kinda
all do. Everybody
weakness
does.
and- yeah.
But I mean, I guess.
Although I still can't see her and what's his name together. I'm sorry. It's just as hard to see.
Fine.
Who?
It's fine.
Oh, you talking about Humvee and
Yeah.
and
Personally, I couldn't see you and what's her face together.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because actually, there's a couple of them I couldn't see with you, but then again, it's
Like who?
the other one's father. He just seems to be. You just two just didn't. When I see you guys standing next to each other at the baseball field, I was like, wow, they don't even look like they could have been a couple.
There's
yeah.
a lot of
it's crazy because
bad history on that one.
Yeah.
I couldn't picture my mom and dad being a couple.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like how my mom is versus how my dad is. I'm like, how the fuck did they even get together? You know? So, yeah. Well, I guess, you know, in those cases, man, you both got to step up and take responsibility, you know, when it comes to that kind of shit.
Right.
And, you know, so like I said, if I had gotten Koala pregnant, especially knowingly, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to get her pregnant and all that shit.
Right.
Then hell yeah, I would have stuck around and done what I had to do, you know.
So at that point, it wouldn't have been a choice for you to say, "Hey, I'm not daddy. I'm signing the fuck off."
No, not with her. Now, like I said, with a nut bucket chick, if I'm wearing a condom,
what if it would have been Kaylee though? Okay, you started doing the mistake there. Now that would have been the perfect one.
My biggest mistake was a promise ring.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what if you would have had a kid with her, you know, and you would have been with her? Now, would you have walked away at that point if everything would have been cool?
If I got her pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh man, and we were having unprotected sex?
Yeah.
Nope. I would have had to stick it out, man.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I would have had to.
Well, see, and that's what I'm saying. So sometimes
I'm saying when I'm taking prevention and something happens, an accident, like you said,
right?
Then that's when I would mention the abortion, or I'm.
So you would say no matter what it was, if an accident happened, get that thing the fuck out of there.
Pretty much.
And if she said no, then you would have been stuck.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. It depends. If it's somebody like Kaylee that I supposedly thought I was in love with,
Kaylee, and your condom broke, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
but
well,
the protection you're using didn't work, or you had one drunken dumbass night, you know, or whatever, and you had the kid, and she said, "No, I'm not getting rid of it."
Oh well, in that case, like I said, I mean, in my mind, I thought I loved her.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
You
so,
know?
But you would walk away from the kid if she?
No, I mean, in that case, I'm stuck.
You're
If it
still
was
stuck, right.
if it was a knowing, you know, like you said, a drunken, oh fuck, fucked around with no protection or something like that, then hey, I'll take responsibility. But when I'm trying to protect myself, and like you said, you have a leak or you know, hey, the chick, you know, we've heard stories before of chicks popping the condoms or taking the condom out of the trash or toilet. And
well, remember those girls that were actually charging other girls to have sex with a guy they wanted to have a baby,
right?
Take the condom, run it over to them right away, pour it in her vagina, and have a chance of maybe getting pregnant.
Yep. Yeah. Those
fucked up shit.
Like those kind of things, you know. Like so, if I'm using protection, and they still get pregnant, then obviously, because if I'm using protection with them, there's got to be a reason. You know, it's like, well, obviously don't trust you that much. You know, I'm just trying to get my nut off. So that's why it's always just safe to get your dick sucked. You know, just
really
toss
what
up.
What if you have a tonsil baby?
Oh well, that could
Better
happen.
hope she doesn't have tonsils.
Most people got their tonsils out.
No,
But
not anymore.
Actually, I thought that Kaylee was giving birth the night she puked on my cock, but you know.
Ew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was like pasta primavera.
I'm sure she wants to hear the story because he's going to tell you.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm good. I'm good.
I've told it on the
I'll
air
pass.
before. She just had a very weak gag reflex, and one time I was just slamming it really hard, and she fucking basically she went, and then she pulled her head back and was like, "Oh, hold on for a second." And she runs in the bathroom, and I hear her spitting and coughing and all that. And I reach down, I feel my dick, and it's like all slimy. And I'm like, "What the fuck? I didn't come." And I'm like, "Oh shit, that's vomit." So yeah, it was kind of like pasta primavera. You know, on my pubes.
You know, I stopped eating it since he told me that story.
So
I sometimes have a hard time eating chicken Alfredo at this point.
Chicken Alfredo? Oh, really? I never talked about chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, don't do it. I do like
Please
chicken
don't.
Alfredo.
Yeah, well, it's got cheese on it, so you know it's nasty to me. So
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
Could see me making fun of that shit. So anyway, yeah, it just depends. Just watch where you blow your loads. That's all I gotta say. We'll be right back, bitches.
Or your lunch.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the pay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil. I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck in your core like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money. You can talk to me, you can talk to me, we got what you need, You can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund, we have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic light, you already know. Get him, Jay!
We think it's the banning of
We
speech.
are anonymous. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch Jerk Man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Back to the STEM radio show with the man that ate. Sorry, I'm going to start this one over again. Here we go. Back to the STEM radio show with the man behind the mic. What the hell is that shit called? The goddamn fucking eggs. I just lost it. I had it and I giggled so much the first time. And no. Those fucking fish eggs. What the hell are they called?
Caviar.
Caviar, that's it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Here we go.
All right.
You know, fuck this.
You going to try it again?
I'm going to try this again.
Okay.
Here we go.
Do it again.
I'm telling you, I lost my track. I started giggling in my own
Did it
head.
twice, man.
Well, I'm trying to do like.
Are you going to redo it or not? Are you just
Yeah,
gonna keep
but I
talking?
have to try to get off of this, which I started. So let me get this done first.
Oh shit! Okay.
Trying to get like 100 things going. I got a billion people texting me at once, and
Maybe save it till the next time because now we're.
No. I've got to get this one
You
out
gotta
of me
get this
now.
out?
I got to get this one out. So
Getting a lot of conversation.
there we go.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know either.
But so got 100
right.
things going on at once. Okay, you ready for
All
this
right,
one?
let's do it, man.
Okay, here we go.
Do it.
Back to the STIM Radio Show with the man behind the mic once swallowed. What the fuck is the name of those goddamn things? Caviar. I thought he was pregnant. Maxwell Silverhammer.
Jesus Christ. Like we said, we were talking about the mentally challenged at the beginning of the show.
Hey, tonight I'm out of it.
Yeah, okay, tonight.
But by the way, I was thinking, man, when you get, if she really wants that kid, she could still get the abortion and freeze it and then wear it around her neck.
That's sick and that's wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Like put it on a necklace.
Give it to him. Don't be nice. He likes it that way.
Yeah. Wear the abortion on a necklace and just have it around your neck. It'll just be like a trinket. So you could be like, oh,
a trinket?
Here's my little nut splash,
Wow.
I just have a different opinion. I have a different idea of that shit, I guess. It's just me.
Gee, you think?
That's just me. You know who would agree with me?
Would you do
then?
that, really? Would you do something like that?
Wear an abortion?
Yeah.
No, I don't want a kid. So why would I want an abortion to wear around my neck?
Well, I'm saying, why would you have another girl do that, though? You think they
if
would
that's what
want
she,
it?
but if that's what she wanted, it's like, well, if you're feeling bad about this abortion, wear the thing around your neck. It'll be a good luck charm. You can rub it when you need it when you're having a bad day.
Damn.
But actually, who would have liked that? Cruise Control. He would have ran with me with that shit.
He would have?
Totally.
Well, I can see that Humvee wanted to.
What?
Yeah.
Run with him on that one.
Yeah, well, why didn't you?
Run with what?
With my abortion joke.
You're not even bucking him on this one. He said wearing it as a necklace.
I'm not even going to feed into the dementedness.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
That's like, hey, I just had my balls removed. I'm going to wear them around my neck or, get a little string
some
and
people
put
might.
little loops on the end so I could put them on my ears and wear them on my chin.
That's even better. That's...
Oh, you fed into it. Look at him. He's liking it now.
Somebody gets their balls removed. Yeah, that's awesome. Or they have the nuts taken out of their scrotum, and just like...
That's what I meant.
You could be, yeah, you know what you could do? You're right. You could make them into like earrings, put like little, what do they call those?
Oh,
things?
yeah. I'm the fucking retard. Look at y'all, both of you.
I'm
both
sorry,
of you.
the what?
The strings, the hoops, whatever.
What are
the
those
fuck
fish
they are.
eggs called again?
Those are called hoop earrings.
Yeah, well, you can put like little, hoop things or fishing wire through the, severed testicles and wear one on each ear.
So it's like a dangly earring?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Not really. I wouldn't want balls,
Well-
tapping against the side of my neck.
Well, of course not. But if somebody chose, somebody chose to do that, that was what was my one thing? Oh, it was the used tampon wind chimes, right? Remember?
What the fuck is wrong with you? No, sorry. Don't tell me because I already
No.
know.
Oh, no, you should.
Yeah.
Go elaborate a little.
Well,
for us.
what you do
No.
is, well, I think you probably know how they would work anyway.
No, I don't. I'm dumb. I want to be explained to the.
well,
explain this to me.
You would get some used tampons, and
All right.
obviously with the strings, you tie them all together.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but if the string comes off, you're going fishing.
Well, yeah, but the point is, these are after they've been used.
Yeah, the string stays on them even though they've been used.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So you got the strings on them. You tie them all together. The ones that still have their strings, and basically. Yeah, you make them wind chimes.
They don't make sound.
Well, of course they wouldn't make sound, but
So
they would,
how is it a wind chime?
well, they could still blow in the wind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to smell that,
That-
let alone see
hey,
it.
you know what? That would be it's a wind chime with an odor. So it doesn't necessarily have a sound, but it has a smell. It's kind of like those air fresheners. Oh, yeah. The Bleed Week air freshener. You could hang from your mirror. Make your car smell like...
It's the Bleed Week air contaminator.
Make your car smell like...
Would you want your car to smell like that?
Well, of course
Yes,
you would.
I want my car to smell like dirty vagina.
Well, would you? I'm asking Max. Would he want to sit in a car that smelled like a dirty snatch all the time?
Of course not. But you know what? That'd be a funny-ass prank to play on somebody, though.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
maybe we should try it with him.
Now, somebody-
Maybe some night we'll sneak in his house and put some used tampons, just hang them everywhere.
I know who to get him from.
Yeah.
His favorite person for Bleed Week.
My favorite person? Who do I know?
Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie. Oh, yeah. Good luck.
Oh, she.
Be like, call her up and say, Stephanie, we'd like to come over and collect your used tampons.
To gross spread out. He was saying how you wanted
a
used tampon one time, and I don't have them anymore, so I can't do it. And I don't know anybody else who'd give them up.
Well, plus she pulls them out of her pussy, they'll be covered in cheese too. So
hey, 10 times better smell for you, right?
Right. Yeah, there you go. So it's like cheese and bleed.
I was hungry. I'm not anymore.
Well, I'm glad I helped you.
You didn't help me. I want to eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I mean, shit.
I like food.
I have to
Me
keep
too.
a certain weight here. You're gonna fucking make me not hungry.
See, I could talk about shit like that and still eat.
It's okay. I can make you hungry later.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Not for that, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, Humvee could save her used fucking tampon.
No.
And then make you a wind chime for him.
No, she keeps them in a cup.
I don't use tampons unless I absolutely have to.
She uses a cup.
Just a cup?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, not a fucking drinking cup. She
Jesus
doesn't put it between her
Christ.
legs and drain into the thing. He's like a cup.
How does it work?
You
don't
put
keep
it up in there.
You don't keep okay, and then
It's
the
like a
cup.
ring with like this little
Kinda
bag
like a-
piece attached to it. It's like a diaphragm.
Well, I was
but
gonna say
it's-
like a diaphragm.
So you
type thing, right?
just bleed into the bag,
and
Oh,
then
okay.
you just take it out.
and you can seal it
Oh.
off and send it to somebody with lunch later.
That kind of that sounds
Dump
like
it in the toilet, you nasty fuck.
In case there's clots, you never know.
you know-
Blend
There's
it up
always
and-
clots. If there's no clots, there's problems.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like straining the chicken juice.
I'm gonna gross you guys out, okay?
it kind of sounds like those.
Okay, no, come on, let her gross us out. We gotta hear this.
Let's see if she can gross me out.
Yeah.
I don't think she can.
I gotta see this.
What are you about to do?
I'm not gonna show you.
Okay, I gotta hear this in
Something
at
you're gonna
least.
tell us? Okay.
I'm gonna talk about clots.
Okay.
After you have kids
Uh-huh.
and you just bleed and stuff, and they come up to you and they like put their fist in your abdomen and rub it around,
Mhm.
you have clots like the size of a foot that come out.
Damn. Really?
Yeah.
You're as sick as he is.
So
I thought I was dying the first time I saw that. You
So
hear it
does it look
plop
like
in the
look
toilet.
like a plop of Jello or something?
Oh wow,
no,
yeah. I
it
was
looks
gonna say.
like a piece of liver or something.
Yeah, oh.
Nice.
It like plops out, and I was
He
like,
would
"Oh,
eat it.
I don't remember pooping. Did I poop?"
So it's like you're pooping out
and
of
I
your pussy.
looked, and I have to yell at my mom to come look because I didn't think it was normal.
Wow, yeah, because all of a sudden you got this plasmatic fucking ooze. that's-
Plasmatic.
Yeah, it's well, yeah, because obviously it's thick. It's formed into a form. It's taking a form. It's not just blood. Now it's taking this, like Jerkman said, it's like Jello or.
It's the lining falling off the inside of your uterus. That's what the blood clot is. It's not really a blood clot. It's the
wow.
lining coming off.
It's like that really thick salsa. That
Extremely thick salsa.
yeah, it's like the thick salsa that you really got to get your chip in there and scoop with. Because sometimes there's salsas like that where you got to really scoop with.
Yeah, it's called chunky salsa.
Yeah, the chunky salsa. There you go.
This is like beyond chunky.
It's beyond chunky.
Yeah, this is like, oh my god, I think I just popped out another kid.
Damn. Wow.
Only smaller.
So it's kind of like a balloon size. Then.
Did I say I was hungry earlier?
Anyway, I was talking about her bleed bag. That thing could be like boxed wine. you know that boxed wine shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you would actually take that, seal it off, and let it ferment on top of this, and then
Oh,
drink it later.
I'm sorry,
Well,
but
I
it's
wouldn't,
pretty
but-
much already fermented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't drink it, but
That
I mean,
shit sits in there for a month and then comes off. It's fermented enough.
well, yeah, there you go.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
he's happy now.
You got wine.
Should I save it and put a little lime on the edge of the cup and salt the rim?
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
he'll drink it. He likes that.
Sick
he'll make
fucking
he'll make
people.
blood pudding out of it.
Make a bleed-a-rita.
See,
Oh,
told
no.
you.
No, there's no blender, no nothing. It's just you get it as it is.
Oh, okay. So
and then you
it's,
gotta gulp it down that way.
it's kind of like
You
a.
might have to chew it.
So
A couple parts.
it's kind of like the Oreo shake at Jack in the Box, right?
No.
That thick.
Well,
No,
I mean, it's bloody, but you got to chew the clots.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like because those Oreo shakes, you can't sip them with a straw. You got to eat them with a spoon.
It's like when you go somewhere and you get like a
Are we really
Thai
gonna
iced
continue with
tea
this?
And you get the boba
Well, of
in
course.
it, and you get the big boba balls, and you have to have that extra big straw to suck them out through.
Oh yeah. Like the Slurpees. Sometimes you get those.
No, Slurpees have small straws.
Well, no, but they got that. At the end of them, it's like an open straw.
Yeah.
Sort of like a half.
So
Not
you can scoop it with the end.
Yep, exactly. So.
Yeah, well, that's how the boba straws are. They're open, but they don't have that little stupid scoop at the end. It's kind of pointed.
Oh, okay.
Boba
Okay.
balls are just like gelatin balls of boba.
Nice. So it's like doing Jello shots.
There you go. You can do
After you
Jello
drink it, you can let
shots.
us know.
Yeah, it's like they're like
how if it's like a Jello shot,
like bleed week shots. You know, like damn, it tastes a little fishy. Tastes like blood. Tastes like I was licking.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
Since you like Red Lobster so much, do you like dick cheese? You know, head cheese?
Never had it.
You sure?
Never had it.
You could put butter on it and everything because I know you're all about.
Really?
You know,
Actually, no,
making
wait. I take that back. I have had.
Head
You've
cheese?
had head cheese?
It was cabeza. It was head. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about
of a cow.
somebody who does not clean underneath the foreskin of their dick.
I've never sucked dick, so.
Could have fooled me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, I like that.
I know a dick sucker when I see him.
Oh, is that right? Oh, that's why. That explains why you're with Jerkman.
No, I didn't say a coochie licker.
Look at his face, boy. He went all straight. Now he's like, "Fuck you, bitch."
I know he's got the serious look.
Yeah.
Like a dick sucker. She's like, a dick sucker. I'm like, where the
Why
fuck
is
you
so
get that?
serious?
I know. He got real serious, didn't he?
I'm just like, where the fuck she get that from?
Well, because your soulmate on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
did
you
say
know.
God wanted you to be gay.
Oh,
as a matter of
did,
fact,
he did.
as a matter of fact, I saw your post on that show.
Oh yeah.
See, God wants me to be a faggot.
Oh yeah. I put that on there. I put that on there.
I was laughing today. I saw it today. I started laughing.
Oh, you just now saw it?
Because this is the first time I went to your site to see like how much you were getting and how it was going up and stuff. Because the other night,
Oh,
and I
okay.
went and you started putting the descriptions on. I saw, see, this shows something about God wants me to be a faggot. I
See,
just
my
started
head
laughing.
cheese fit in really well because I remembered you, George, doing the stupid
Nah,
thing, the soulmate bullshit.
no, they gotta clean their foreskin, man. You know.
So they would have to clean it before
yeah,
you
they'd
suck
have to,
it.
Yeah, they gotta clean their foreskin. You know.
Wow.
I got texture issues.
Did you ever have somebody that had foreskin? You did?
I have texture issues.
Oh wow.
So you're saying that didn't work for you so well?
You know when you get a piece of fat on a piece of meat?
Oh.
And you kind of feel it in your mouth and it's kind of...
Okay.
So is it like one of those like do you ever see those cucumber things? They're slinky like things for the play with kids. You hold on to
They
it and it
slide
slides
around
out of your
like
hand.
this.
Yeah, is it
Yeah,
one,
they
one
got
of
the
them?
liquid in them.
Yeah,
It
the
was
water
kinda
snakes.
Like that?
Yeah, kind of like
yeah,
that.
water snake. Yeah, that's what
those
it is.
water snake things. They
Yeah,
got
it
water
was
in
like
them and
that. It was.
Oh damn. Wow.
But that was excessive foreskin. I've seen like next to no foreskin.
So that
and
person
a
had
little bit of
excessive foreskin?
Wow.
I think it was excessive.
So the dude had a
because
hood.
Even when it was.
Oh, you got to
hard,
tell me
it
who
had a
this
hood.
was. Oh, I know who this was
Who was
now.
it? Who was it?
The last one.
Oh
The
shit.
last one?
He had excessive
What are we
foreskin.
talking about?
Your baby daddy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one after him was a fuck buddy.
So
well, I don't count him.
yeah,
Okay.
you're talking about. So that dude had excessive foreskin.
Yeah.
Wow.
The fuck buddy had a little bit.
What is it with you and foreskin,
A little
man?
bit, yeah.
Am I the only one that's been circumcised you've been with?
No.
Damn.
Be honest, Dad. Jesse's dad.
It's funny because
Okay.
I thought everybody got circumcised.
No.
Wow.
My kids aren't circumcised, my boys.
Are you going to get them circumcised?
No.
No.
There's not enough skin. It's a hereditary trait in my family on my dad's side. My dad didn't get circumcised until he was like 9 or 10 years old. And when I went to have my kids done, they told me they wouldn't do it because there was not enough skin and the nerves had developed too much.
Oh, so they can't do a circumcision in those
No,
cases.
they won't even do it when they get older because there's no necessity towards it because there's not enough skin.
Oh wow.
Now, like my 6-year-old, he might be able to do that once he gets older, but my youngest one, it won't happen.
Damn. It's pretty. Yeah, because I always just assumed, everybody gets circumcised. Although
No, only one of my brothers is circumcised.
Huh. Wow.
My mom refused to do it because they fucked it up when they pulled the ring off.
Oh, okay.
They didn't cut the skin all the way, and when they pulled it off, they weren't paying attention, and they ripped it down his dick.
Oh shit.
They had to stitch it up.
Damn. Ow. Fuck. Man. Well, so this is what we do. We don't have shit to talk about. We just talk about real disgusting shit. That's kind of.
Circumcision's not disgusting.
Well, no, but earlier we were getting
Shut up.
pretty fucking disgusting with the
No.
with the fucking box of wine, the vag wine.
No, you were getting disgusting with the box of vag wine.
Yeah, it's a box of veg wine. It's red wine. You make me feel
It's
so
called
fine.
veg vino.
Ooh, Vegavino.
No, vag vino.
Vegavino? But
you just impressed him.
But Vegavino.
You're demented.
But vagina.
Yeah, well, that's it. Vegavino.
No, it's not vaga.
Well, you should put a.
I said vag vino.
Right, but it doesn't
No,
sound
it's
as
vag
good.
vino.
Vegavino.
Vagavino sounds like
It's-
a vino.
Right, it gives it a.
It sounds like lotion.
Right, it gives it a sophisticated sound.
It does not sound
It's
sophisticated.
Vagavino. Would you like a glass of Vagavino? Rio Bliti?
Oh God, you've got fucking issues.
Yeah.
And what the fuck's with Brian saying I'm too goddamn serious?
He says,
Brian, fuck you.
He says your Jerkman gives off, man. He gets serious as a heart attack.
Well, when it's a legitimate
I don't-
matter, why not?
I can't believe that he found anything you do serious.
I know.
And I'm
Shit,
like,
most of the
this
time I'm
motherfucker,
fucking off.
all he does is tell jokes and throw out his little fucking one-liners.
Talk shit about people or hide in little areas and scare the shit out of people.
Oh, like you don't do that too?
I can't hide in little areas. I am too big for that. I'm not compact like he is.
Yeah, but you still managed to jump out and scare the fuck out of him.
I stand around the corner and go, boo. And he jumps.
That's all that you have to do. See? Doesn't take much
He's
to
gonna
scare
end
him,
up
actually.
getting kicked in the face one of these days.
Oh no, I prepare for that.
Sure you do.
I watch out. All I have to do is stand right in front of the door, and when you open up, say, "Hey, I was thinking."
So you scare her.
I'm coming out of the bathroom.
I just read the door, sush you up, and said, "Hey, I was thinking." Oh my God, start swinging.
So she was trying to scare you.
No, she was
I
just
went,
coming out of the
"Hey."
bathroom.
Actually, I went and took a
Oh,
shit
and you
and
just-
then came out.
The minute she opened the door,
You
I
just
said,
happened to be there.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, I was thinking."
I go, I knew you were going to be there. He did that shit on purpose. Because he wasn't standing by the door. He was like leaning on the door. So when I opened it up, he was in the doorway.
Oh, shit. So there he is, right
he
there
did
in
that
your
shit
face.
on purpose. Yeah.
Oh, really? Trying to blame me for
Really?
innocent things?
Really? You're not innocent. So
I am as innocent as they come.
No, no.
So what are some of the irky things that you find with each other as a couple?
Us
George
two?
farted in my face, and he told me he never
really?
farts.
Wow.
You farted in her
At his
face?
sister's house.
I did. I stood right up and.
Oh,
He
shit.
goes, oh shit, where did that come from?
Oh, so you old man farted.
No,
Like
I
you-
actually
It was
hospital farted
Yeah, he did. It
So
was
right
the
after I
day
got out of the
after
hospital.
the colonoscopy.
and all that other
Oh,
shit,
so
all the bio, all
It
the
was
shit I drank, and
expected.
yeah.
So
but
he's-
it was kind of funny.
But it was one of those. It wasn't like
him.
it wasn't like the farts that I do where I know I'm gonna fart. and
No,
it's
I
like,
was.
oh, yeah.
We were on the couch, and I actually tried. When I got up, I just.
Because he was
Right-
like mid
Yep.
bending to get up.
Try to
his
get up.
His butt barely came off the cushion.
You totally old man
And all you
farted.
hear is. I died. I laughed so hard. You just farted in my face.
Yeah, you totally old man farted. Dude.
Yeah, that was all that shit I drank.
He goes, oh
God.
my god, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I swear, I didn't know it was gonna happen.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm never
it's
drinking that
so
shit
hard.
again.
What about Humvee? What's some of her irky shit?
I fart all the time.
Yeah, she farts all the
Farting
time.
all the
I
time.
fart, he made the mistake of putting his hand on my ass when I was sleeping, and
He farted into his hand.
Fart on my hand. I felt like a
fart on
flag
him
in the
when
wind. It just
we
flopped
spoon
around.
at night, and I fart on him then, and he doesn't even notice.
It's like putting your hand up against like a an engine or something, to feel it, like feel it vibrate, or something.
No, it's like wind blowing.
Yeah, it was like wind, like the flag in the
I
wind.
fart like a man.
Oh, okay. So you blow wind, huh?
Yo, I
You never heard her fart?
I've missed out on her
Oh my
farting.
God, she sounds like you at times.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound wet.
No, it doesn't sound the wet part. No.
Oh, okay.
Because it's her ass
But
is kind
sometimes
of
it
muffles.
travels up my butt crack and comes out the top. That hurts.
Damn. Farting out of your tailbone, huh?
Yeah, because her ass actually, she's a bigger
It
ass.
envelops
so
my fart. I have to
yeah.
work harder to get it out, or I lean off to the side so there's no pressure.
Well, I do that. I lean up,
Yeah, but
I've got,
she's
like,
got
a lot of
ass.
ass.
Yeah, a lot of ass. So
Gotcha.
it takes a while to get past the barrier.
Damn. So it's got to travel through some fucking.
It's got to travel through some cheeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Cheek
Wow.
space.
Damn.
Oh, George likes to talk to
Mechanics
me in his
of. Jerkman talks in his sleep, or.
sleep. So do I.
Yeah.
See, I don't talk
I
in
don't
my
know.
sleep.
It really doesn't bother me.
I don't bother you
Just
talking
when
in my
he's
sleep?
being a little girl about things.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, really.
What are some girly things that Jerkman does?
Yeah. What are some girly things
let's
that I
hear
do?
some-
You know what? We're
He-
supposed to be off the air, but I'm going to give it a couple more minutes.
Let's hear some.
Tell me some of the things that Jerkman does that's girly.
Oh, you take 2.5 hours to get ready.
One time.
No,
that was
it's
our
been more than once. You take longer to get ready than I do.
That's not exactly true because there's been times when we were in there getting ready. I'm done. I'm already out walking around. And you're still in there putting your eyeliner on, and you're
myself.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she plays
So
with
you were in
herself.
there masturbating?
She's a 30-second popper.
Yep,
Oh,
I
wow.
sure am.
Damn.
She can touch herself 30 seconds later. She's squirting all over the place.
So that's his girly side of not getting ready.
No, he likes to bitch and complain about stupid shit.
Really?
Oh, well, I bitch and complain about stupid shit.
Yes, you do.
So does that make me girly too?
Oh, she calls you a bitch when you're not around. No.
You are a bitch sometimes, but so is he.
Oh, okay. So that's what it is.
Hey,
We're just-
I get called a bitch. I'm entitled to call somebody else a bitch.
Oh, so she's
I know I'm a bitch.
So yeah, look at her. She's just throwing it on somebody else because feels she has to.
Yeah,
He does that to make himself feel better because he knows he's super girly. If I
Really?
didn't wear heels and dresses and look pretty,
Uh-huh.
he'd definitely be the girl.
Wow.
Minus the fact that he has a penis and I have the vagina. So.
I was going to say.
Damn. Wow. Well, on that note, shit, we're supposed to go off now?
Yeah, we were off a while
like
ago.
3 minutes, 4 minutes
Oh,
ago.
fuck, man. All right. Well, see.
I just wanted to hear this
This
story
girly thing, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I got more.
Well, on that note, fuckers, I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm Humvee.
I'm GJ Girly fucking Jerkman.
Thank you for
And
admitting
that's
it.
And that's the story there, bitches. See ya.
Show.